So today I want to talk about how do you define your target audience. In the last video I did, I talked about your idea, what is your big idea? And today I want to talk about what's this product for? Who are you selling it to? Who is going to gladly, pay for this product? And, a lot of companies start and they really don't know who their audience is. So they're not able to create the best product for their audience because they don't know who they're selling to. Imagine if you get in your car and you just start driving. You don't have a destination in mind. There's no GPS. You're just kind of like driving around. You don't know where you're going. So with the target audience, this is kind of where you're going with your product. This is who you want to buy your product, right? And it's not just about knowing, there used to be back in the day, it was like demographics, like 18 to 35 women, maybe you do an income range, married or single, gender, like that was it, And today we drill so much deeper into, 18 to 35, there's a lot of different type of personas in there, and 18 to 35. Imagine people live in the city, people that live in the country, people that are educated, people that are not educated, people that have money, people that don't have money, people that like video games, people that like to go shopping, whatever. It's like the list is infinite, basically. So with my brand, with Alice and Trixie, we said it was more of an attitude and not an age. That being said, among that, there was still a certain type of customer in there. So again, not just demographics, married, single, income, maybe where they live, age, but psychographics. Psychographics dives deeper into their likes, their dislikes, what matters to them, what they value, the magazines they read. Do they read magazines online? Do they do sports? Do they go to events? Do they have hobbies, interests? What is going to connect emotionally with them? What matters to them? That is really when you dive into the psychographics. Do they like to purchase? How do they like to purchase their products? Do they like to go to stores? Do they like to buy online? I think is like is like the gap. When you don't know what you're going to say, you say I feel like I need to really get out of saying I need to just be silent. Be silent. These are the things that you want to establish. For instance, this is probably one of the most obvious things. If sustainability is important to a customer, you're not going to want to be making, high volume of products with, a certain type of labor, making the products with holding big inventories, using fabrics that are synthetic and can't be broken down by the environment, things like that. So these are some of the things that you want to think about. Where is your customer? Where is this target audience? Where are they hanging out? Where are you most likely to connect with them? That's another thing, because before you actually develop your product, you really want to start getting some information to make sure that you are a solution of some sort. You're, again, with the idea of fashion, yeah, you could be a solution. You could be a solution. Like right now I'm seeing, last week I talked about Spanx, Sarah Blakely, and recently I've been seeing on like TikTok Shop a lot of different shaper companies, and they're trying to say, it doesn't roll down. When you put it on, it doesn't roll down. And I know Spanx does roll down because I've had that experience. So I feel like they saw a problem in a current product offering, and they're saying my product doesn't do that. It slims you, it shapes you, it gives you an hourglass, and it doesn't roll down. So in my mind, they saw a problem with a current product, and now they're creating a solution. There are a couple brands, actually. The market is definitely, Spanx was the only one in the market for really many years, a long time. And then Skims came along, and I feel like Skims, which is Kim Kardashian's line, I feel like that, again, started targeting to a younger demographic. So speaking of target audience, so like the Skims customer is a younger customer. The Spanx customer is an older customer because it came out many years ago. In the 90s, I think Spanx came out. So you have to imagine, like, somebody my age might have started with Spanx, and now I'm older, and I'm still wearing Spanx, but I'm not, because it does roll down. But the point is, but now I'm going to jump ship, because, you know, it's true what they say about the product, that it does have a tendency to roll down. So maybe I'm going to try these other shaper products. But the point being that, you know, if you look at where are you targeting, Skims is targeting in a much younger demographic, a Gen Z demographic, millennial demographic, whereas, you know, what is another brand targeting? And again, even within that generational demographic, there are other things that we drill into. So I think that it's important to at least have an understanding of who you're targeting, so you can really start to get information, you know, start to flirt ideas, start to connect with this audience, start to, you know, offer what you're doing and see if it's something that is that they're interested in. Because what happens is a lot of people don't have this in mind. They just come up with an idea, they create a product, sometimes they even buy inventory, believe it or not, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, who's going to buy this? You know, and so many companies and businesses do that, and that's why there's such a big failure rate, because they're not validating. This is like part of the validation process, like a product validation. Is there someone that wants to pay for your product? Who is this person? Also, you know, so many things that go in, even price point goes into this. For instance, you know, you might have this great product and you have a target audience, but that target audience doesn't have the pocketbook to buy your price point. So that it's, you know, we talk about product market fit. So many things they're like these levers, and everything has to kind of balance out. So what, you know, is it the right product, the right time, the right quality, the right price point for the right person? So these are the things you have to think about. Does that customer demographic have the money, the income to be able to buy the product? Or maybe, you know, you want to come out with a product that's a low price product, and you feel that you're going to base your sales on volume because it's a low price. But then again, if you want to target a luxury customer, you know, sometimes the price could be too low, believe it or not. Like there is a point where you're like, well, anybody can buy it, whether you have money or not. Everybody's going to buy it. But you know what? If you're priced too low, a customer with a higher disposable income will think possibly that it's too cheap. So you need to think, there's so many things to think about. So we're talking about today, again, just to wrap up, is this target audience, who the target audience. I'll just go back. You know, it's not just gender, it's not just age, it's not just income, marital status. You know, it is about what matters to these people. What do they value? What will they value? What will they value enough to pay for? If you're targeting some product and it's a, you know, a travel accessory, but your customers, they don't have enough money to travel. They're not traveling. So these would not be your these are not your people, right? So where are the people that have this disposable income to travel that would value your product, for instance? So there's a lot to think about. What I really want to talk about next time is competition. And that is really where the tires hit the road, to really understand the competitive landscape. Who else is in the space? What are they doing? And it's really important to drill down and really understand why their product is successful, why it may not be successful. So that's what I want to talk about in the next video, competition. So check out my other videos, subscribe, like, all that stuff, and I'll see you next time.